Hello, I'm Don Stewart. I have a weekly devotional. This week is going to be on love, and the basis of it is 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7 and 13. Paul shares with us love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no control of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but delights with the truth. It always protects. Love always hopes, always trusts, and always perseveres. And then Paul shares in verse 13, there's three things that last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. What Paul's saying here, I think, is that there's three things in life that's really important. Faith, you have to have faith in God and others to be happy in life and be successful. And the kind of faith kind of holds things together. Then he says you got to have hope. If one loses hope in life, your life becomes less powerful, your life becomes not as meaningful, and sometimes you give up if you haven't got hope. So we have faith, we have hope, and Paul knew that those two things are really, really important. But he says this at the end. Meanwhile, there's three things that last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. John Maxwell, in a book called The Choice Is Yours, says there's three things about love that's really important. You have to love people now. You can't wait to love people, because life is tenuous. It's short, and if you miss a chance to love somebody or love the thing you do, you may never get that chance again. So love is now. You have to love people now. And then John Maxwell says love is vulnerable. You got to take a risk when you love someone. And that risk is worth it, because people that can't love or don't love, their life is not as meaningful, and sometimes they feel like they fail and they can't care about things as much. And then he says love is powerful. Love has power to change lives. It has power to change the world. Jesus Christ was sent into the world by God to change the world. And God did change the world, because of Jesus we have hope and we have purpose. And God knew that when we have love, he gives us the power to help change people and spread his word. And then John Maxwell says, love only lasts with hard work. We all know that all relationships work if people are willing to work at them. If a marriage is going to be good, if a friendship is going to be good, people got to work at it. When you stop working at a relationship with the love you have for that person, then it'll probably end. The last thing says that love is unconditional. You have to love something or someone with no strings attached. Sometimes it's hardest to love someone when they least deserve it. It's easy to love somebody when they're likable and lovable, but when they least deserve it, that's when it's hard to love someone. So by unconditional, we mean that Maxwell means that you have to stick with that person to the very end. Then he shares I like to share two examples of people that maybe have shown that love in ways that are, I think, powerful. There's a man by the name of Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was a young man that grew up in Scotland. His family immigrated to the United States. And when he grew up, he said he wanted to be famous. He wanted to become rich and famous, and he wanted to do what was right. Well, I don't know if he wanted to do what was right, but he wanted to be famous. So he came to the United States with his family, and he had a great ability to make money. He worked hard. He started companies. He became a man that was probably one of the richest men in the United States. And at age 65, he decided that what he was doing, I think it was brewing for like 30 years in the meantime, that his life was, he had all kinds of money, but there was something missing in his life. I think God was working in his life, and at age 65, he said, I got to give all my money away. He said, a man who dies with all his money is a man that dies in disgrace. So he said, before he died, he said, I want to give away all my money. And for 16, 17 years, he gave his money away, millions of dollars. And by the time he died, he gave away 90% of his wealth. If you ever heard of that thing, the Carnegie Hall in New York City, he did that and did other things to help people, to make people's lives better. For somehow God touched Andrew Carnegie's life and said to him, money can't buy happiness. Fame can't buy happiness, but when you give your fame away, when you give your money away, through love, it can change the world. It becomes powerful. So, by the time he died, like I shared, he gave 90% of his wealth away. And then there's a story of a little boy that was, if you know K-Love, it's a Christian music channel on FM. It's about a little boy. It's about a little boy that had a birthday party coming up, and this little boy had somebody at school that bullied him all the time, and he decided at his birthday party to invite that bully to his birthday party. And he said that not only will he invite that bully to his birthday party, but that bully will help him like cut the cake, pass the cake out, and do all those things to make it so you can be a part of it. And by the time that birthday party ended, that bully was no longer a bully. He became a person that gave up his evil ways, and those two boys, the bully and the little boy he bullied, became friends. So, God knows and Paul knows, and by these two stories we hear that love is the only thing in life that can change things. The love through Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. When we're the least lovable in our lives, God still loves us. And because of that, we can become like people like Andrew Carnegie that give away all his wealth to help other people in need. Or we can be like that little boy that said, I can change that bully, my kind of his enemy, and make a difference in this world. And as Paul shares, we can do great things. First of all, we have to have faith. Second of all, we have to have hope. But the most important thing is love. And as we shared in 1 Corinthians 13:13, meanwhile, these three things last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of all these is love. Thanks.